Week 2 of the preseason is in the books, and I know it's just preseason, so we shouldn't be getting too excited, but there is a certain team in the AFC South that has been absolutely fun to watch. Also, the number 1 overall pick finally put forth that explosive performance that we have all been waiting for. And the Denver Broncos finally seem to have their quarterback heading into the season opener against the Carolina Panthers. A new edition of the Pylons coming at you right now.
And it's almost coming into sight, and they're running out of time. Your decision on a dime has you gliding through the sky. You're
praying that you fly on.
Didn't go as planned, but you're knowing where to land, so you sticking out your hand while you hear the cheering.
Fans, commentators in the stands going in a freaking trance when you're
Change to the pylon.
When's the last time we've actually remembered the Titans? The team has been markedly unremarkable the past few years, so they've been pretty easy to forget. However, that has not been the case so far in the preseason. Last weekend, it was the DeMarco Henry show, and this weekend, it was the Mariota to Sharp connection. Mariota and rookie receiver Tajae Sharp connected 6 times for 68 yards. That's 66% of Mariota's completions on the day, with over half of the yardage. Marcus Mariota told the Titans official website that Sharp makes it easy. He's a very versatile athlete, and he's done a lot for us already. He creates separation in and out of his routes, and we are going to continue to expect these kinds of things out of him. I think the biggest takeaway from this game is that the Titans showed that they can attack you in different ways, whether it be the power running game, or Marcus Mariota's scrambling ability, or Delaney Walker down the seams, or now Tajae Sharp on the short to intermediate routes moving the chains. But I still wouldn't make too much of it because this has still been an underachieving receiving core the past few years. But speaking of underachieving, former number 1 overall pick Jadeveon Clowney finally put together the performance that hyped him up as the best defensive prospect coming out of college in the past decade. There seemed to be a certain pop in Clowney's step that I hadn't seen from him in years prior. Clowney harassed the Saints O-line last weekend and managed to get a sack on Drew Brees. Here's the thing, Clowney has actually been rock solid when he's been on the field for the Texans. He just hasn't looked like a number 1 overall pick. But if JJ Watt ends up missing a game or two, Texans fans aren't going to want to see a very solid player. They're going to want to see that dog that absolutely got after the Saints O-line this past weekend. We all know he has the talent. He just needs to come full circle and stay healthy and put it out there on the field. Now, moving on to the Broncos side of the spectrum, we're going into the 3rd preseason game, and we finally have some clarity at the situation at quarterback. Gary Kubiak has announced that Trevor Siemian will once again receive the start in the team's 3rd preseason game. Against the Niners, Siemian went 10 of 14 for 75 yards and a pick 6. Mark Sanchez had a chance to regain some ground in the competition, but he ended up having 2 very costly fumbles. Typical Mark Sanchez. Rookie Paxton Lynch went 15 of 26 for 113 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception at the end of the game. I'm gonna admit, I am kind of disappointed that Paxton Lynch won't be receiving any time with the first stringers because he has been the best out of the 3 first-round QBs, and he hasn't been that far off from Siemian or Mark Sanchez as well. But I wouldn't worry about it too much because during the regular season, if Trevor Siemian throws another costly pick 6 like he did last weekend, he will be on a very short leash and Gary Kubiak will not hesitate to yank him back to the bench. So the future may be coming sooner than we expect.